Mount Hala that embraces the world. The wonder of the great nature at the southern end of Korea. Mount Hala, the highest peak of the Korean peninsula, stands majestically in the heart of JEJU Island. With its beauty gifted from nature and the mystery of nature, this precious treasure is located at the lowest altitude in Korea, where numerous plants of warm temperature zone are distributed. With a terrain of 1,950 meters above sea level, there is clear vertical distribution of plants. Mount Hala is a rich repository of biodiversity, as its academic value and rich resources are recognized. Mount Hala was designated as Natural Reserve in 1966 and National Park in 1970. The beauty and ecological richness of Mount Hala were recognized as World Heritage. The mountain was designated as UNESCO Biosphere Reserve in 2002 and was registered as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2007 and was designated as UNESCO Global Geopark in 2010. Including the 1,100 altitude wetland, 3 sites have been registered as Ramsar wetlands. Mount Hala is not just a treasure in Korea, but an invaluable natural heritage that the whole humanity should conserve and protect. Mount Hala, the rich repository of biodiversity, is home to 2,000 species of Korea's native plants, which take up to 48% of the total number. Since the island became isolated after the Ice Age, in the subalpine zone, which is more than 1,500 meters above sea level, there are about 100 species of alpine plants. Among the various natural resources and native plants of Mount Hala, there is Korean fir, a tree that is popular as Christmas tree across the world. A British botanist, Wilson, used Korean fir that he collected from Mount Hala as the reference sample and presented it in 1920 as a new species. Korean fir is an endemic species that grows only in Korea. It is an evergreen coniferous tree belonging to the genus fir in the pine family. Korean firs form a dense forest at an altitude higher than 1,400 meters above sea level. Mount Hala is home to the world's one and only pure Korean fir forest. However, Mount Hala's Korean firs are under threat recently. They have been listed as an endangered species by International Union for Conservation of Nature. Endangered category. The Korean fir forest is disappearing. From 2006 to 2021, Mount Hala's Korean fir forest saw a reduction of 190.8 hectares, which accounts for 23.9% of the total area over 15 years. Regardless of the altitude, Mount Hala's Korean fir forest was decreased in size. At the altitude of 1,500 meters to 1,700 meters, where the area of Korean fir forest is the largest, there was the biggest reduction. At the altitude of 1,300 meters to 1,400 meters, there was a decrease of 51.1% compared to 2006. In areas below altitude of 1,500 meters, global warming, which leads to average temperature rise and decrease in snowfall in winter, is being pointed out as the main cause. Weather events such as droughts and typhoons had a significant impact on the decrease rate of Jindalebat, which are located at the altitude of 1,700 meters to 1,900 meters. Korean fir forests are gradually disappearing due to extreme weather events and rising temperatures caused by global warming. Since 2017, JEJU Special Self-Governing Province has established midterm and long-term plans to formulate strategies for conservation of Korean firs and established the database for Korean firs and fixed survey of biological environment for the habitat. It has conducted various research activities. Korean firs represent JEJU, the world natural heritage. This special species of Mount Hala is internationally recognized for its academic, scenic, and natural value. Conservation of Korean firs requires our interest and efforts. We invite you to JEJU to explore sustainable approaches to conservation, management, and utilization of conifer forests under climate crisis, and share innovative strategies to respond to climate change.